Okay, so I'm going to do a layout share for the third quarter, and I didn't get as much done that I had planned because there was the 31 days of cut files, and August was really busy at work, so I didn't get as many of those done. So you'll see through the rest of the years all the cut files from 31 days of cut files. I'll be working on those layouts, but so make sure you check out those links in the description below, as well as all of my information for my creative team that I'm part of for Scrap a Sketch. And so make sure you check out all those links below. I have them they're not in any order here, but I'm starting with this one. This one was my layout for my 500 subby hop, and I know I say it all the time, but I appreciate you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. I started this channel about a year and a half ago, and I was always nervous to just start, and you guys are all welcoming and you always have nice things to say, and I've just enjoyed being part of the YouTube scrapbook community and meeting and making all of you new friends. So this was also part of the 31 days of cut files, and it was a stitching file, and it was a starburst. So I used some gold thread. I did add the extra holes on this one to create this stitch. So I had every few of them are this kind of arrow stitch. I don't know the technical terms. And then this is the regular stitch. And this, so yeah, this is the DMC gold sequins, or not sequin, I don't know what the word is, but it's a different kind of thread. But so it's really shiny, and I just love how this turned out. This took me a long time to stitch. I don't do a lot of stitching, which is also one of the reasons for 31 days of cut files. I couldn't stitch and do a layout a day for the first week. They had all these beautiful stitching files, which again, like I said, I'll be doing. But this one took me probably the week to do. So that's another reason why I fell behind and have not caught up to 31 days of cut files. But this is also one of my favorite photos for my subby hop. I said just to scrapbook a furry friend or an animal friend for those of you that have snakes and lizards. I don't discriminate on your animal friends. But so these are my babies, and I have this sled that my mom has that she puts her Christmas packages in, and so I put Yoda in a Santa costume on the sled, and then I put my girls with reindeer antlers, and it's just one of my favorite photos, and surprisingly I hadn't scrapbooked it yet, so this is a perfect time. I did a lot of mixed media in the background, did just kind of this huge cluster, in my true style of trying to see how much I can fit on a 12 by 12 page. And I added some of the dog ephemera. I really like mixing this, like the Christmas ephemera, and then throwing in some dog ephemera. So that was a lot of fun. And I think these, if I remember, I think these are they Vicky Bouton, I want to say, the Christmas ones, but I have all the information in the video. So make sure you check that out. And then this one was a recent one that I did. This is also a 31 days of cut files, and it's this leaf one here. And I wanted this to kind of be not look so linear and perfect, and of course I spent a lot of time rearranging it to perfectly make it look unperfect, but I like how it turned out. And this is a P13 collection, and I really like these wood embellishments on the top of the cut file. This is the first time I tried this thread thing that all you guys do, and I'm not sure that I love it yet. You guys make it look so good, and I feel like it's just a knotted mess there. But so I'll have to do it again and see if I can perfect that, because you guys out there in the scrappy world make it look so good. But I am almost done, guys. I know I say it all the time. I think I have 4 more layouts to do of the wedding professional photos, and then that album will be done, and that's exciting. We're coming up on our 5-year wedding anniversary, so it'll be exciting when that one gets done. This one was a layout I did for Scrap-a-Sketch for my creative team, and this was using one of the sketches. I think this one was a weekly sketch. Again, all the information will be below. Make sure you check out the Facebook page. She does the weekly sketches, as well as you can sign up for a premium sketch, and you can also get printables and stencils from her website. So make sure you check all that out. But I just loved this sketch that she had, and this collection. These are all, it's a Craft-A-Clock collection. I can't remember the name. I say it in the video, but all of these cut aparts came from that, these florals, and then I had these die cuts that I cut on this kind of shiny paper. And then I've had this for a really long time, this Happily Ever After shiny sticker, so that was nice to get that used up. And I really like, I have some of the ones that are left are some black and white photos that the professional photographers sent us in black and white. And sometimes they're hard to use because I don't know, what to balance out the black and white photo. I've thought about trying some black and white paper with black and white photo. I thought that might be kind of fun, like a monochromatic thing. But so it was nice to get that used up. This one, I think this was a mixed media or a Mix It Up Monday. I think this is Mix It Up Monday. And so this was fun. Just a simple layout using some of the my embellishments. I don't remember, again, the name of the collection. I say it in the video. But I did this polka dot stencil in the background. Just added these strips of color. This is my husband fixing the pool, and so I thought it was fun. Having a Whale of a Time was a good title because he's doing work, but he's sitting in the floaty, and he was floating around the pool because he's caulking the tile around the pool. So I thought that was fun. And then I started trying to use my embellishments. Like these are 2 birds that don't really have anything to do with the photos, but I thought that they looked cute in the photo clusters. So that's something I'm trying to, because sometimes I focus too much on the theme of the layout, and so I get these random embellishments that I never use because I don't know, 2 birds, what kind of theme that would be. So that's something I've been trying a lot this year also, is to get these embellishments used up and not focus so much on the theme of the layout. This one was a lot of work. So this was a photo for All About the Mouse Hop, but this cut file, I don't remember. I think it's a Paige Evans cut file. This took me forever to back. I mean, when I say forever, it's forever. So many little pieces. The windows are vellum. The roofs are this shiny thing. I mean, and then I put the glittery like bling here on the tops. Forever to back that cut file. And so I didn't put a lot of embellishments on this because this took up the whole page. Plus, since I spent an enormous amount of my life backing the cut file, it's pretty much the main thing. And then this is us in Disneyland, and they were fixing the castle, so they just had this like sheet over it because they still shot the fireworks behind it, so it's just like a picture of the castle. So I thought that was funny to put with this cut file. And I always have a hard time scrapbooking nighttime photos. I feel like they just kind of, you can't really see much, so I liked having this bright pink castle and the bling and everything with these dark photos. And I like this really, but yeah, an enormous amount of my time on that cut file. So this one was fun. I don't remember if this was a hop or just a layout, but I did some fringe here on the side. of here, and I just kind of created this like photo cluster here. I'm running, I think this is a Prima, from a Prima collection that I got in my creative scrapbook, and I'm getting down to the last of it, which is exciting to use a whole collection. I didn't used to scrapbook in collections, but then we got a scrapbook store in my town here, which helps make it easier to scrapbook with collections. And then I joined the my creative scrapbook because I really like just to see what I get, and it's really fun. And so they sent this Prima collection, and I just love these Santas. Here's Yoda in his buffalo plaid Christmas shirt. And so I like how that turned out, and I got to use some fringe because I don't do that very often, and I enjoy that. So here's this one. This was a 500 subby hop, and I think this was for Tara, and she wanted to do stitching on our layouts. And so I maybe alphabets also. I know stitching for sure. So I made the ornaments like they're hanging at the top, and did the stitching and used that same gold thread. I really liked that thread that I got. And the funny thing is I needed a gold thread, and I picked up, it's a spool of the DMC gold thread floss, and it was like $5, and I didn't even realize that was, I thought it was like $3. So, I'm gonna use that thread. And so I used it a lot this quarter. And then I painted these puffy stickers, or these puffy letters, gold, because I used the gold thread, and some more of that Prima Christmas collection. I really like these little clusters here with the Santas. So that one's a cute one. This one was an iron crafter challenge, and we had to use buttons. And I always had this idea of buttons being in the middle of florals. And I thought about painting them, but then I really liked how the wood fit. And this layout is really fun. It's kind of like a scene. I have the grass down here is a die cut that I have. And some of these, like the grasshoppers and this turtle. This is my dog Gracie. She's just sitting on her bed outside, living her best life. And so I really like this this layout. It's fun. And I do like the buttons on there. And I got buttons put on a layout. I have this whole thing of buttons, and I don't know when's the last time I used buttons on a layout. So I really like the Iron Crafter challenges because they make me bring something in that I haven't used. This one was 31 days of cut files. This star was the cut file, and so I thought I would do this layout when we were in California Adventure with our pictures of Captain America. So I cut the circle to kind of mimic like the shield of it, and so I didn't put a lot of embellishments on this one either because the shield pretty much is the layout, and I really like how that looked with it. And then just some paper from the stash, and then this red one is like a textured paper, which is nice. It's not just red, and then I have like the blue lines, so it mimics the shield, but it's not just white and blue, or red and blue. And then it has a companion page with it because I had so many photos, and I apologize, I'm sure there's a glare on here, but again, not a lot of embellishments, just some of the stickers. And then I used a punch here, the scraps from the other layout. So that, and then these are just some photos of the characters in California Adventure, and then the rest of the ones of us. I couldn't decide which photos to use, so I just used them all. This one is also a 31 days of cut files. This is the real life was the cut file for that day, and I have this photo of us and our best friends and their son when we went to see a Star Wars midnight showing. And so I have these that I cut out of a kid's book and put there, and I really like how this turned out. It's just a fun layout. This is a scrap paper from my stash and a bunch of these embellishments. I did put a little Star Wars here, so my husband is the Star Wars fan. Another 31 days of cut files. This one I altered. This was a coffee coffee pot, and I don't drink coffee, and so I didn't have any photos that would work, so I kind of made it just a picture of water and made these water, like they're watering the florals. This is my mom and I at Junk in the Trunk Vintage Market. We go twice a year. It's in Scottsdale. If you've never been, it's a lot of fun. I stuck some of these sprigs in here. This I used some glossy accents so the water kind of is shiny. And I put some little dots around it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but that's fun. I finally got one of the Junk in Trunks documented, so I like that. And then this is just, if it's a cut file that you don't have a picture for, you can always alter the cut file. And again, all the information for 31 days of cut files will be in the link below. My Scrap-A-Sketch creative team, this is her stencil that I used back here, and then these are all her cut aparts that you can purchase, or she calls them printables, and then you can fussy cut them out. And so this was a lot of fun. I don't do just a plain white background very often because I feel like it needs more, but I really like how this one turned out. And of course, I mean, when I say more, I have packed on a lot on this layout, but I really like how it turned out. This is just some old stickers that I have. I think they were from like Joann's or something. It's a sticker book, and they're glittery. And then, like I said, these are all her printables. And this arrow stencil, and I really think this could look like tire tracks too, so I think it'll be a cute layout. I have an idea for a layout where I'll ink with black and it'll be like tire tracks. And so she has really cute stencils as well, but that's fun. This is us going to Vegas. This one was a fun layout. I rolled some paper on here. That was new, and this is just a simple photo of me and my best friend's daughter. She's probably maybe 1, if not younger. We're apparently in some deep conversation here, so I just love getting that documented as, in little moments here. This collection was another one from my creative scrapbook kit, and so I like how that turned out. And then this was also a sketch, I believe, from Scrap-A-Sketch. Make sure you check out the video. I tell you all the information about the layouts in there. But this background with the cameras could be pretty busy and might be hard to use, but then I really like this edition of it's definitely a Scrap-A-Sketch sketch. So I really like the addition of having these strips here and then rolling them up so that it's a little bit different. And then I have the florals here. And so it just kind of frames the picture so that you don't get lost in the background. So that one's really cute. And then, of course, this little bunny here. No reason for the bunny, but adorable. And that's why it's on there. And then this one was 31 days of cut files as well. I have this here. And this is my attempt at a very grungy, manly layout. And so I packed a lot on this. I sewed these strips back here. I added this zipper, which was a fun element to add. And then this cut file here, I inked. And then I used the cut file to stencil the background as well. And so I like how that turned out. And then I've had these forever, these little hats and mustache here. This is our reception. We had a photo booth, and so people would, we made a photo booth. We had this like backdrop with frames and stuff, and then we had all these props, and so people would stand up and get their picture taken with all these props. And then this one is funny because the littlest one here is picking his nose, which just cracks me up. So I'm like, of course you gotta document that because that's hilarious. And then this one, I think this was Creative Chaos, Shannon's 500 Subby Hop. And I think she wanted floral and then bling. And I have used pearls here in my place of my bling. But this was a fun layout. This is also my creative scrapbook kit. And so it had all these florals. I cut out the florals from the paper and kind of clustered them here. But they also came with these like acetate, here's an acetate butterfly, and then these acetate leaves and the floral. And so I really like that. And then the gold floral, just to have the different types of floral in there. This was from a scrapbook store that was in Phoenix, and unfortunately they're no longer there, but she made these cut aparts, and so I thought this was cute. Proud dog mom. Just me and Yodes. Yodes is taking a nap there, but I really like how that turned out. That's a good one. And then the last one I have for you is this one. This is a creative team layout for Scrap-A-Sketch as well, using a premium sketch. And then I also have, these were her stencils that I stenciled and then cut out in the circles. And then these are her printables that I fussy cut out. And this was a fun layout with the different strips of paper here, and I got multiple different patterns. So and I used a lot of scrap on this one. I think the green, and then this was like an old paper, and then I think this was from one of my creative scrapbook kits here. But a nice fun picture of my husband when we were in San Diego for our wedding. But that is what I got finished for the third quarter. Like I said, I will be working through 31 days of cut files. We're currently also in October's 31 days of sketches. So I will be busy, but still behind with all of these. And thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, excuse me, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. And if you hit the bell, you can be notified when I have new videos. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye.